Hey everyone, it's your girl Brittany here, and welcome to BrittPositivePodcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everyone is having a great day. To keep up with us here, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and you can listen to us on YouTube and Podbean. Now, if you're listening to us on YouTube, then click that subscribe button and notification button as well to get notified to see when we have posted. And if you're listening to us on Podbean, then you can click that follow button to join the Brit Positive Fam Bam and download this podcast so you can listen to it on the go. Now, we have our Brit Positive quote of the day, which is: being positive doesn't mean ignoring the negative. Being positive means overcoming the negative. There's a big difference between the two. Let's get into our topic of the day, shall we, guys? I know I've been gone for a while, but I just needed a break, which is going into our topic of the day, why you need a break. There's so much happening during this time with everyone in this pandemic. COVID is still out there, and whether you have it or not, it's still scary and uncomfortable to go out and do things because you're still trying not to get it or pass it to anyone. But I believe COVID won't be here forever, and we just have to believe better days are coming. I've also seen on the news that there are a lot of deaths happening to people with COVID and just death with car accidents. I don't know if about you guys, wherever you're listening from, but here around in Ontario, there's been a lot of car accidents happening. It's just nuts. And of course, I've seen on social media with the whole protesting still happening here and there, and a lot of police brutality still happening regards to the whole Black Lives Matter movement and things like that. And, you know, people fighting for justice for Breonna Taylor. Even recently, I saw where Tamar Braxton, who's the younger sibling of Tony Braxton from the Braxton Family Value Show, and of course, The Real, she used to be a former host on The Real. She is in the hospital for attempted suicide. And my heart, honestly, guys, goes out to her because in this time, there's a lot of people who are scared and stressed and don't know what the next day is going to bring. And it's like this for her. I mean, I really hope this is not true. So I'm going to just say allegedly that she's in the hospital for attempted suicide. But I really hope it's not true because my heart goes out for her or anyone who believes that in order to feel free and get away from pain and things like that, my heart really goes out for you guys because it's like that's not the way. And you know, I just feel, you know, a lot of people feel trapped and alone and scared and just feeling maybe chaos in their own mind and not having people that they can go to, or maybe they do have the people they can go to but don't know that they can go to them. You know, so this is why I just feel like, you know, be there for one another, check on one another, because you never know what a person's going through. And I know nobody here is God, so it's not like we can fix their problems, but just that support, that moral support to say, hey, I'm here for you, I'm praying for you, I'm, you know, if you need me. And don't just say it, but actually mean it and actually show that you care and show that that person is important for you, because it's always when the person is gone, that's when, you know, people tend to go, oh, well, I should have said something, or I should have done this, or it's like, use that time now, okay? You don't have to have a friend or a relative or anyone to say that they're going to do something like that, like take their own lives, or tell you that they're depressed, or tell you that they're going through any stress or anxiety or whatever it may be. You don't need them to say it. You just have to be there. But also too, this is why I find it very important to also take the time to check on yourself, because maybe we don't have others to do that where they check on us, but we got to check on ourselves. You are in control, and more so you are responsible for you. And that is why it's very important to just make sure you're okay at the end of the day. This is why I also find it's important that you make the most of the day you're in and be thankful, because tomorrow is not promised. And it's always good to just really take that time to be present, be happy, fulfill yourself with many encouragements and things like that, so that you are able to do the same for others. For me personally, you guys, why I've been off for a minute is just I needed a break from it all myself. I just needed to disconnect from social media and focus on things that encourage me and help me see the positive in a negative situation. I mean, you know, it takes work. It takes a lot of work. So this is why I encourage you guys to do the same. Do the work. Make that effort to really change your mindset in thinking good things for yourself and others, because it will just become of you. And more so around this time with this whole COVID happening and not knowing when it's going to go, which I believe it will go. It can't stay here forever. But at the same time, while it's happening as we speak, it just brought back to my memory of a saying like, we can't control what's happening around us, but we can control how we react to it. So take that time to really focus on how you react to things. And do you want to be a person that's grumpy and sad all the time? Because clearly we all know that's not fun. But if we're that person that makes the most out of the day that we're given, you'll be surprised you will be counting many more good memories during this time than the bad ones, okay? Another suggestion I got here for you guys is when you wake up, plan your day and make it interesting. You know, if you're somebody who's actually working during this time, good for you, by the way. You take that time in the morning before you go to work, or, you know, if you're going to work or you're working from home, take that time to make your morning interesting. You know, wake up a bit early. I know if you're not an early riser, I understand this can be a very complicated situation. But take that time right now to, or, you know, in that morning time, just to be present and just be in the quiet. You know, when the sun is rising, if you can, just take, even in the week, if you do it once a week, use it as that me time to eat your breakfast, to look at outside and sit in your balcony or your backyard and or patio, whatever you have, wherever you live. Use that time to just be outside, and or not that you have to be outside, because I'm not saying that the weather sometimes has its days, but just find a time to find peace in your morning, because it's just a beautiful way to start your day before you go off to work and having to, you know, literally do work for wages, right? So, you know, just take that time to do that. And also in that morning time or lunchtime you have, take the time to plan things to do in the evening, things that help relax you, things that help you feel good, and just have you look forward to it after you're done work, because then you actually will be there, you know, working, but also having something to look forward to in your day. And, you know, plan a phone call with a friend, you know, someone you haven't spoken to in years. Call them up and just catch up, talk about the craziness that's happening, but more so just show that you're there with each other, like we're all in this together kind of thing. You know, we're still in this, you guys. Like when I go out there, I still see a bunch of people in masks and stuff, and it's just like a whole new normal here. But at the same time, it's like we're all in it together. It's not just one person wearing a mask, it's a lot of us wearing it. And I'm not saying a mask is mandatory as well, but I'm just saying that we're all in this whole pandemic thing together, and that we still need each other. We still need to support one another. We still need to check on one another. So, you know, that is what I'm adding to the list of other things that you guys can do in your evening, which is reading a book, watching a show that you love, listening to music that cheers you up. Music is such a good therapy, you guys. Just listen to some music. I'm telling you, for me, when I'm working and such, it's like music helps me get through it. I'm telling you. My favorite so far is The Blessing from Carrie Job, and it's the Elevation Worship. That song is like my anthem right now. I've been playing it every single day I can, because it just helps me get through the day and gives me hope. So if you guys wanted any suggestions, there's one I got for you right there. Another suggestion I got for you guys is just to make sure that every day you wake up, every day you see, every day you're in, maybe you don't remember in the morning, but try to remember in the afternoon or the evening, would take the time to find something that is positive, read something that is positive, or listen to something positive, because it will just get you through the day. It will help you feel optimistic about the future, and more so, it just will become of you. It's something that will literally take over your personality. Like you will become what you are putting inside your body. It's like, you know, the way we put food in our body, it's like we need to put positive words in ourselves. So I definitely suggest you guys try that, because it will definitely change your way of thinking. I've also noticed lately that there's a lot of negativity about like on social media about life and what's happening in the world and society and the government and things like that. I get it. It happens and it's there. You know, it's all there. But guess what? Just know that life is something that you're supposed to enjoy, okay? Even if there are hard times, it's just a growing and learning experience. You know, that's all you got to do. And overall, at the end of the day, that's life itself. That's life. That's all it is. But you just have to make the most of it and create amazing memories of just being happy and loving people who are around you, because life is also not promised. You know, we sometimes tend to forget that we may not see it tomorrow. And I'm not trying to say that that you're going to not see tomorrow. I am only saying that this is why every day is important. This is why every day you should make an effort in enjoying it, regardless of whatever comes your way, regardless of whatever situation that is trying to stop you or make you feel like there's no point in living, or there's no point getting up, or there's no point being happy. It's like there is always a reason to be happy. And it's like, once you take the time to appreciate the people around you, appreciate the life you have, when those hard times happen where you lose the people you love and things like that, you won't feel that guilt. You won't feel that, oh man, I should have appreciated X, Y, and Z before this happens. You know what I mean? Because when you take that time to really make the most of these things, you feel good. Even when their time comes or your time comes, you will just live with no regrets, because you know you made the most of it, most of the memories and most of the time with people you love and the things you do, and you just put a lot of passion and positivity in it. You'll know you made use of that day, and every day would just be special. Not just certain days like birthdays and Christmas and then other holidays, but every day is a special day. So I really encourage you guys to just keep that in mind when you think of life and how things may not be going your way. Just know that the day you're given is the best day ever. Okay, it's a work in progress, I know, because it's easy said than done, but at the same time, you got to do it. You have to really find it in yourself, that you come out with your own things of what makes you happy, what makes you think this day is a great day, regardless of the weather. Don't look at the weather. If it's a rainy day, stormy day, whatever, have fun. Lit a candle, sit by the fire, read a book, listen to something that makes you laugh, and just enjoy the moment. I would also like to encourage you guys to take the time to reflect on some of the hard times, and now tread carefully when doing this, but really look for the lesson in those hard times so that you can grow from them. That's all it is. It's to say, what was the lesson behind that? Don't reminisce on the feeling or why it felt horrible or you were crying for days when that was happening. No. Just say, what did I learn from that? What did that teach me? And then, of course, that will help you grow as a person. That will help you, evolve into the person you're supposed to be. Also, while taking a break, just know that it's helping you reduce stress and give you time to focus on your mental health and to be a person who can be well within themselves and be able to be well for others, because you would never know, but sometimes when you're not well, it affects other people, and especially the people who love you and care for you. They'll be like, man, I just wish that person felt better. It's like a chain of reactions. One person's miserable, it makes another person miserable, and it's just like this whole lineup of miserable people, But be that person that is a positive person that can line up a whole lot of positive people, okay? This is how you spread positivity. This is why I say spread positivity, because it's contagious too, okay? Not just negativity, but positivity is contagious, so spread that around. And of course, if you're a person who cannot handle certain things, like, dealing with whatever, if it's depression, anxiety, whatever mental disability that you're struggling with, physical disability, what you're struggling with, I'm also an advocate in that if you need it, and if the doctor prescribes you some medication, take it. It will help you be where you want to be, and, be the person to help you feel better, and just get out of your head sometimes, and just find something that helps you to deal with what you're going through, so that you can be better, so that when you're better, then everybody's better, in a sense, because then you can be that person to do what you were meant to do and make an amazing life for yourself, I would like to end off our podcast with this. I hope and pray for those of you who are listening that you get peace and find joy in every day that you wake up. Make sure you take care of yourself, because you matter. In order for this world to be the positive world we hope to see, a wonderful place to be, it starts with you. So remember to look for the positive for yourself, within yourself, and you will see the difference, and you will grow in that positive light of not only being positive for yourself, but positive for others. Okay? Now, if you like what you heard, click that like button and subscribe button. Thank you guys for listening to this podcast, and remember to follow us on the social media platforms that are in the links down below. And you can listen to this podcast on YouTube and Podbean. We'll be posting on Thursdays, every other Thursdays, but majority time Thursdays. And let's just continue to spread the positivity, okay? Take care, you guys. Bye.